of course, it's all about freeing the hostages, which means giving special status to the 3 New Zealand idiots who decided to get on a protest flotilla and head off into a war zone. You know, there is that dreadful but highly accurate observation about the Darwin Awards. You know, the people who frankly deserve not to breed anymore because they do really stupid things. Can I just say that 3 New Zealanders who decide that they're going to get on a protest flotilla and do head into probably it wouldn't be but one of the most dangerous war zones in the world, why would you expect that they're going to roll out the red carpet just quietly and lionize you, put you up in a 5-star hotel and say, listen, when you're ready, we'll fly you back to wherever you want to go? Why would you expect that? I don't know, they do. But that is the nature of it. But Winston Peters is also, it has to be said, I'll come to that in a second. And that's really interesting that Radio New Zealand's ongoing bias, and this all dovetails quite nicely into Radio New Zealand's ongoing bias into the selection and curation of news stories. Because you know, the guests they've chosen to comment or interview, the issues and the causes that they promote, you see a regular bias, but on this particular issue, this is a classic. Because just after 9 a.m. today, the story is of a partner of a New Zealand woman who isn't named because she came from Australia. She's a New Zealand citizen, but as I understand, she's resident in Australia, of a New Zealand woman detained also in that protest flotilla. Her name is Dr. Bianca Webb Pullman. She's a GP, apparently, works, New Zealander, works in Australia. And her partner is Stephen Rowe of Romati South, which of course is a small Liberal enclave, north of Wellington, isn't it? Along with the 3 other New Zealanders, Rana Hamida, good New Zealand name, Yusuf Samoa, another one, and Sam Leeson, whose name at least I understand. Now, Israel is going to deport them apparently to Greece, Slovakia, Turkey. And she claims, this is Dr. Bianca Webb Pullman in the 9 o'clock news story, that she was physically assaulted and her medicine, wait for this, she was physically assaulted by the Israelis, her medicine taken off her. This is dreadful, isn't it? Absolutely. There were claims of no access to food and water, which has been denied by the Israeli authorities. And she's got, quote unquote, and this is the horror part of the story, no bank card nor phone. Oh my God, says Stephen Rowe, who's interviewed of Romati South by Radio New Zealand this morning on the latest shock horror of how the beastly Israelis, the Jews, damn them, are treating these really wonderful pantheons, this people's crusade, and the New Zealanders contained therein. But, you know, shock horror, Stephen Rowe, lovingly portrayed by Radio New Zealand, can't contact his partner, Dr. Bianca Webb Pullman, because she's got no bank card nor phone. What Radio New Zealand doesn't tell you, and this is a classic, and this is why I'm saying to you, the bias of our mainstream media is palpable and on a daily basis, and never better illustrated than this. But what Radio New Zealand News decides not to tell you in this story, which is lovingly created to sort of feel how dreadful for this poor man. He's unsure where his partner is. She's somewhere, either in Greece, Slovakia, Turkey, or probably Jordan. And he can't contact her because she doesn't have a bank card or a phone. Oh dear Lord. Here we go. Do you know where the phone went, Josh? The phone went in the Mediterranean Sea.
Oh, funny.
Who threw it in the Mediterranean Sea,
Oh,
Josh?
she would have, wouldn't she?
Dr. Bianca Webb Pullman. Yes, Josh, you're right. She threw the phone in the sea because she didn't want it confiscated by the Israeli authorities to see what she was up to. So, the poor woman, there she is, trapped somewhere in between all these countries. Safe, being fed, not in any danger, probably in deepest, darkest Jordan or somewhere like that. And she hasn't got a phone. Oh my God, how beastly are the Israelis, because she threw it herself into the Mediterranean Sea when the Israelis, in actual fact, boarded her boat. I liked also the fact that, according to Dr. Bianca Webb Pullman, their mission was to really shame the world. So it wasn't to go and feed the starving, hundreds of thousands in Gaza. it was, quote unquote, their mission was really to shame the world into further inaction. Anyhow, she's been deported to Darwin, but can I say, this is Darwin Award stuff on a grand scale. Reminds me of the People's Crusade during medieval times. Unfortunately, it won't have the same conclusion because, well, frankly, the Israelis are just too decent by comparison. All right, listen, there's lots more on that particular issue, but if you want to comment it up, go for your life. But where did I find out that she had dumped the phone in the sea? From a Substack that she and her mates had all prepared. It was apparently a heroic act. But there's Radio New Zealand going, oh my God, she's got no phone, the poor woman, she can't be contacted. We can't find out where she is. And poor old Stephen, back in Romati South, is fretting as to the conduct, and not the conduct, as to the whereabouts and the safety of his partner. And she can't contact him. Why? Because. All right, those are my thoughts this morning. What are yours?